I can't take this seriously. Who? My leg. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel for a new video. Today I have the May TBR and I will be playing my TBR board game to pick out some of the reads I am going to be reading in May. That was a mouthful, but before we get started and all of that, I wanted to shout out two special booktubers on here that I am buddy reading with in the month of May. The very first one up is going to be Bonnie at Bonnie Nicole Writes. We are buddy reading The Book Thief together, and I'm really excited to see what we have to say and what our opinions are about The Book Thief. I have to say that before actually physically grabbing this book, I didn't know what The Book Thief entails and the historical timeline that The Book Thief is based on. So now that I know it's going to be a little bit of a harder read probably, but I feel like I'm going to enjoy it nonetheless. I know that this is also one of Jesse's favorite books, so I'm really excited to get to it for the month of May. And the next buddy read I'm going to be prioritizing for the month of May is going to be The Vegetarian. I am buddy reading this with Melanie at a dark corner of the library. I have zero clues as to what The Vegetarian is about. All I know is that it won a Nobel Peace Prize for fiction, and also my mother-in-law was really ecstatic to hear about this, so I just want to read it and have something to talk to her with. And then in addition to this, I'm gonna have Melanie to showcase my thoughts too on this book. I have no idea what to expect from it. I have heard that it is a little bit weird and it's also a feminist read, and I'm excited to see how that all plays out in this book. And also when I get to talk with my mother-in-law, I wonder of her reading the Korean version versus me reading the translated work of fiction, if we'll be able to spot any differences. And with that, let's just get right into the board game. As you guys can see on the screen, we are back to my dual setup, and yeah, the last spot we ended on is on romance, so I'm gonna put my marker here. And then how did I do this? All right, it's my own board game. I can make up the rules as I go along. So no, not really. I know what I'm doing, okay guys, I swear. Per usual, the goal spot will have a different card. I don't want to have a set goal spot for every time we play this game, because then the number of rolls and where you get to land on is limited. I'm pretty sure I say this every time, but for anyone who's new here, if you play on go and you play on go every time and the die goes up to a possible of 12 spots, then anything past the 12th spot you'll never hit on your first roll at all. So by me placing my character at the last spot I landed on, I get to increase the chances of being another spot. So yeah, I'm like forgetting what I'm gonna say. I am actually shuffling the cards right now as we speak, and then I think I'm going to, what spot am I going to cover up? So I think the only spot to cover up is Stuff Your Kindle, because I already have some library books downloaded on my Kindle. I think it'll work fine. So yeah, I think that's the only one. So 2 cards, I'm shuffling it, and then let's break the deck into a couple places. Okay, and our goal spot is going to be animals. Okay, I only have one book in mind for animals, and I think if I hit this prompt, I will also be able to cross off something from the LMA Book Club's Diversity Book Bingo, so that's good. And then for Stuff Your Kindle, I am going to do, okay, sci-fi. I don't have many sci-fi books, so this is going to be fun. Let's do our first roll. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm going to do 6 rolls total. So in total, I am planning to read 8 books, which should be the average for me, but because I have been in a reading slump lately, it could go either way. 5, right? Yeah, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantasy. Okay. So let me scoot on over a little bit. Fantasy. I have a lot of fantasy, actually. Okay, so at the bottom, we have An Ember in the Ash. We have The House in the Cerulean Sea. One Dark Window. We have The Midnight Library. Oof. I don't think anything on this side is fantasy. No, we do not have any fantasy on the other side. We have Babel. I don't know if I'm going to read Babel, guys. I gotta be real honest. And then we have Blade Breaker, which is the second book of a series. So no, that's also no. This is a lot heavier than it looks. Okay. I think, should I do 5 Broken Blades or an Ember in the Ashes? I think I'm gonna do an Ember in the Ashes. I think this is the month. Okay, this is it. So, what is Ember in the Ashes? Under the Martial Empire, defiance is met with death. Leia? I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce some of the names. Leia and her family do not challenge the Empire. They've seen what happens to those who do. So when Leia's brother is arrested for treason, she is forced to make a decision. In exchange for help from the rebels who promise to rescue her brother, she will risk her life to spy for them from within the Empire's greatest military academy. There, Leia meets Elias, the school's finest soldier, and secretly its most unwilling. He and Layla will soon realize that their destinies are intertwined and that their choices will change the fate of the Empire itself. This has really high and raved reviews from many beloved booktubers, namely such as Jesse, Chris, and Lauren, of course. I can't wait to get into it. Should I really be reading a book, start a whole series? No. Am I going to do it anyways? Yes. So that is our first pick for fantasy. That is 9. 1, 2. Oh no, my character fell. She broke. Okay. What is it? I can't take this seriously. She broke the thing that keeps her held up. Should really hot glue these in. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I'll keep these takes in so you guys can truly know how much of a struggle it is for me to film. So 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is not a pick. We're just gonna go in the reverse now to spice things up. 7. 4 plus 3 is 7. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is a TBR card pick. I'm gonna shuffle this a little bit and then pick a random one from the stack. So I'm gonna pick this one. Put it back. Is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it is. Okay, this is a new to me author. Okay, new to me. Well, most of my shelf is new to me. So what do I want to do? So let me also look at my Kindle because I have a lot of books on here as well, such as some nonfiction. I have Holly Jackson, The Reappearance of Rachel Price. I think I'm going to go with the Holly Jackson, The Reappearance of Rachel Price. So I have it on my Kindle right now, and that is my pick for new to me author. Can you guys even see it? It's like not even loading. Okay, so I will be reading The Reappearance of who? So I will be reading the Reappearance of Rachel Price. I'm excited because I have some of her other books here, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and Good Girl Bad Blood. Lauren loves that series. I'm in the mood for a good YA series, so I'm gonna go with Holly Jackson as a new to me author. Okay, so that's 2 books down. Let's roll for our third. 6, 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She fell off again. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sci-fi. Okay. Do I have any sci-fi in here? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think any of these are truly sci-fi except for the House of Scorpion and the Tomorrow Code. And I think, well, I'm grabbing this. So let's do the Tomorrow Code. That's the only sci-fi I have on the shelf aside from the House of Scorpion. Let's read about what it is in the back. Tane and Rebecca aren't sure what to make of it. A sequence of ones and zeros, the message looks nothing more than a random collection of alternating digits. Working to decode it, however, Tane and Rebecca discovers that the message contains lottery number. Lottery numbers that wins the next random draw. Suddenly Tane and Rebecca are rich. But who sent the numbers and why? More messages follow and slowly it becomes clear. The messages are being sent back in time from Tane and Rebecca's future. Something there has gone horribly wrong and it's up to them to prevent it from happening. As they follow the message's cryptic instructions, Tane and Rebecca begins to suspect the worst, that the survival of the human race may be at stake. It seems like this is a horror, sci-fi. I don't know. I don't know what this would be categorized as. Either way, seems intriguing enough, and I'm in the mood for some mysteries. I think it'll work. I think it'll work. Okay, let's continue on with my roll. 12. Okay, that's big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Another TBR. Okay. Uh, another TBR. So I'm gonna reshuffle this and then pull off from the top. Oh, that was not the top. Maybe I should have just stuck with it. And then, boom. Oldest TBR. Oh, how do I want to do this? Because I don't have anything to search it up on. But oldest TBR. So the one that has been on my shelf the longest. I think it is Five Broken Blade, The Night Ends with Fire. I think it's one of those two for sure. Actually, I take that back. The Big Short is probably the longest one if we go for technicality because I have owned it since forever. So do I want to count that or should I do Five Broken Blades? I'm pretty sure I got Five Broken Blades before The Night Ends with Fire. I'm like 99% sure. So what do I want to do? Big Short or Five Broken Blade? We already have one fantasy. So let's do the technically been on my bookshelf for the longest, and it is The Big Short. I don't know where the dust jacket for this is, so I cannot give you a synopsis, but I believe this has to do with the 2008 recession, which is ironic given our current state of time. I think it'll be the perfect read. I'm going to put it onto my TBR. Now, let's continue. I think we're supposed to be going in reverse. Did I go in reverse correctly, guys? I don't think I... No, I did. Did I? Editing Mimi can figure it out and then she can call me dumb. But for now, it is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Romance. Okay, I know exactly what book I'm going to pick up. We are going to be reading B.K. Borrison in the Weeds. This is her springtime romance. So I read Love Life Harms a while back, and I picked this up at the thrift store. Great condition, and I feel like I'm gonna like this one because I know the characters from the first book, and I was invested in their story. So this is a second chance romance. I don't know if it's actually called second chance, but it's like they hooked up once and now they're getting together for real, I'm assuming. So let's read the back. A grumpy farmer and a no-nonsense social media influencer who have another chance at love in this charming romantic comedy. Evelyn St. James isn't the woman you forget. Beckett Porter certainly hasn't. One incredible weekend in Maine, he's officially a man distracted. He's not unfamiliar with hot and heavy flings, but Evie wore some sort of magic over him during their tumble in the sheets. He can't stop thinking about her laugh, her hand pressed flat against his chest, her smiling mouth at his neck. So when she suddenly appears on his farm as part of a social media contest, he is confused. He had no idea that the sexy, sweet woman he met at the bar is actually a global phenomenon. When Evie disappears again, Beckett resolves to finally move on. But Evie, who has been feeling disconnected from her work and increasingly dissatisfied with life online, is trying to find her way back to something real. She returns to the last place she was happy, Love Life Farms in the tiny town of Inglewild, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the hot farmer she spent 2 unforgettable nights with. Already an exciting premise. This is going to be my romance pick. Okay, so we're on our final prompt, and let's quickly hit it. We have 7. I keep rolling 7s. Is that 7? Yes, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A book recommendation from another booktuber. Oh, how do I want to do this? Because a lot of these books are book recommendations, I feel like, or a good chunk of them. I think I'm going to go with something on my Kindle. So in terms of choices, I have Invisible Woman, which is recommended to me by Kat. Then we have Six Crimson Cranes, which is recommended by Jessie. Though I feel like I'm already reading something recommended by Jessie, so maybe we go with Invisible Woman. Is there a book on here that's recommended? I know Lauren has a bunch of recommendations on here, but I'm already reading something that she recommended with An Ember in the Ashes, so we're not gonna go with that. Yeah, I think I am gonna go with Kat's choice, which is Invisible Woman. Can you help me out here? Not make it a little bit more stressful? Okay, it is Invisible Woman, Data Biases in the World Designed for Men. I'm excited. I want to see if these are true biases or if they are more like causation doesn't mean correlation or correlation doesn't mean causation. Which one is the correct phrase? I'm gonna have to look it up after this video, but I think that concludes my May TBR. A quick and simple video. I don't know why I was stressing over filming it, but before we wrap it up, I'm gonna do a quick overview of all the books I'm going to be reading. My leg. Okay, I had a slight cramp, but I'm fine now. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. I have all these books plus 2 ebooks that I will be reading too. No, 3. Plus 3 ebooks that I will be reading for the month of May. So let's quickly go through them. For the first one, it is The Tomorrow Code. This was from the prompt sci-fi. The next book I have is An Ember in the Ashes, and this was from the prompt fantasy. And then the next book is The Book Thief. This is a buddy read with Bonnie at Bonnie Nichols Writes. And then I have BK Borrison in the Weeds. This is my prompt for romance. And then for the last physical book that I have, it is The Big Short. You guys can't even see anything because I lost the jacket sleeve. And The Big Short is the oldest on my TBR, and I thought it's the perfect time to read it. Now, in terms of the books on my Kindle, I am buddy reading The Vegetarian with Melanie at a Dark Corner of the Library. And for the prompt new author, I'm going to be reading from Holly Jackson, The Reappearance of Rachel Price. And then finally, we have a recommendation from a booktuber, and I'm going to be reading Invisible Woman. This recommendation came into my TBR from Cat at the Cat Bite. Editing Mimi is back at it again with a reappearance. Today, though, isn't 100% because I forgot about it. It's because I just received a DM from Chelsea. We are once again buddy reading the Natural series together. This time, the 3rd book in the series, All In, and I'm really excited for that. I don't know what else to say. We have a lot of great and potential books for the month of May, and I'm really excited. Editing Mimi is out. This is probably just included at the very end of the video. I'm sorry, Chelsea. Last minute edit, but I had to include you into the fun, and the outro will roll from here. And that concludes my May TBR. Hopefully it was quick and short. Let me know down in the comment section if you are planning to read any of these books in May. I would love to read it with you. And if not, drop me a comment on what books you are reading in May instead. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!